So I studied economics, the another part of the theory of consumption. Though today I studied law of demand and then assumption of demand, reason for law of demand, and then exception of law of demand. The law of demand is basically when other things remain constant, the price increases, then the demand decreases. When the price decreases, the demand increases. Simply this is, and the assumption are other things remain constant. That is the assumption, like taste and preferences of consumer remain unchanged, consumer income remain unchanged, consumer doesn't expect anything from future about a product, consumer other price of related good remain unchanged, and then income distribution or aggregate income doesn't distribute equally or remain unchanged, and population size or market buyers remain unchanged. Simple. And then the reason for law of demand is law of marginal utility. Basically means when a buyer increases his demand, he doesn't get extra satisfaction, or then he doesn't buy more from his own money. He only buys if the price decreases. And another part is substitution good. If the good is cheaper than substitute good, then the consumer will not buy the substitute good. It will buy the original good, and the demand of that good will increase. The income of the consumer, the income effect that we can say, if a commodity price reduces, then the purchasing power of a buyer will increase at the same level of income, so he will buy more quantity, then the demand increases. And then another part was okay, then population or buyers size. Then when there is more buyers in market, then there will be more demand, and less buyer and less demand. Then the last one is uses in various communities. For this you can take an example like milk. Milk is used for drinking and making tea, but if the milk is cheaper, then you will use milk to make curd in your own home. You will make switch from your own home, then the demand of milk will increases. And then the exceptions of law of demand are Bigland effect or the status symbol. This states when the status, why we buy a status symbol good. Basically the reason is when the price of that good is higher than it is a status symbol. So that is actually the opposite of law of demand. And then another one is inferior goods. Inferior goods. And then the other part what is necessity, like medicine. If you have to buy at any cost, you can't unbuy it. Simple. And then another one is exception. Expectation. Then consumer sometimes expect something from the market, like the supply of a salt will increase or decrease, then that will have its own cause and effect. Another one was 1, 2, 3, 4 given goods and inferior goods is the symbol. I said necessity, population size I already said. What is less there? I am feeling that there is something less. Given good and logical judgment. A consumer should have its own logic, then he will buy as per his own needs. Simple. But I'm good enough.